Welcome, celestial beings. Thank you so much for tuning in to the channel. Today, this is going to be a general reading for the collective, so all messages may not resonate with everybody, and that's okay. Just take what fits and leave the rest. There's some interesting things in the description box for you guys, and if you want to continue to support the channel, like, share, interact, and or subscribe if you haven't done so already. Just know that off camera, I've done all the things, and when I turn the camera on, I'm ready to get down to business. I also want to give a disclaimer that life is happening in this home. So if you hear additional noise, I do apologize, but it's not going to stop me from delivering today's message. So let's talk about it. I am picking up the energy for a collective who are visionaries, okay? But somewhere your vision has been lost, okay? Or somewhere you've gotten so wrapped up in everything else that you have lost your vision, okay? Um, Inundated by other people's problems, OPP, other people's problems, um, making other people's problems your problems or issues your problems, taking on too much and all that. Some of you guys done had a health scare, okay? Some of you guys have went in regards, and I don't know if you've been told that it's stress related, or you having a mental breakdown, something of the nature. But medically, you have had to either make some appointments or make an appointment or went to an appointment, um, because of how you've been feeling health wise. And if you haven't already gotten the news, you probably done heard that, it's associated with stress. You're doing way too much, way too much. And or this stress could be associated with a medical diagnosis that you just recently had, okay? But for some of you guys, even with this news, or for some of you guys, this is an eye opener. And this is like what you thought it was, it's not. And so I need to stop worrying about the small stuff, start focusing on me, and leave everybody else's mess, where it needs to be left so you can focus on you. Okay. I feel like that for those who went through the health scare, it was only to wake you up and get you to do the deductive reasoning of what needs to leave your life and what can stay in your life, what works best for you, is what is best for you and what's not best for you. What are you taking on that is too much that you won't admit to it? That type of thing, right? It's giving you, um, like I said, that new lens on what is more important. And right now is your health and you and what you need. Anybody checking on a strong friend? Are you the strong friend? Okay? You sitting up here taking care of everybody else, checking on everybody else, making sure everybody else's needs are met, and you are neglecting yourself. That's what it feels like. Really, it does. You supposed to be over here in your soft era, chilling, not worrying about anything. This is actually the advice that was given. This is what you need to do. This is where you need to be. Or it's not gonna. It's on. It could only get worse, especially if this is mental or if this is something like stress related that's triggered other symptoms. And now you got to find a way to calm down, lower your blood pressure, lower your cortisol, because you all up in handling everybody else's stuff and you're messing up yourself. Okay? So, some of you guys, with whatever this medical diagnosis was or this news that you have found out, have actually pulled back and pulled away, and probably to a lot of people, it seems like that either like one, you're in hermit mode, or two, like you're a loner now. Like you don't want to be involved in nothing. You don't want to mess around with nobody. Um, and you may have isolated yourself only so you can get it together, only so you can have clear thoughts about what you want to do next, and how you want to handle this and how you want to proceed. For some of you guys, you do have the support of a mother or mother-like figure. It's a strong feminine energy who oversees a lot as well. And they may have been the one that encouraged you to go get looked at, right? Or this strong feminine figure is trying to tell you stuff, and you're just looking at it as them nagging at you or picking at you or doing what they do, when this time it really was about your well-being. This time they know what they talking about, okay? In some of this, trying to figure it out, because how you need to proceed or how you need to move forward, for some of my collective, you guys are feeling like that you failed at something or failed yourself, okay? um and that has put a damper on your spirit, on your outlook. But I feel like there's some news coming in that's going to change everything. So let's confirm and clarify as we can or as we may. So let's go ahead and get some more information in regards to our visionaries here. Yeah, you're doing this for a lot of reasons outside of yourself, okay? But just don't forget to take care of yourself, or this is what you can look forward to. Plenty of more of these. Plenty of more appointments. Okay, plenty of more questions and tests, labs, all of that. Okay, second opinions because you didn't like what you heard, and hey, it's gonna be never ending and ongoing. But it really feels like that the reason why you're doing all that you're doing is not only for yourself but to support family, to support loved ones, and things like that. You're just trying to get in a space um, where you could be happy, where you could be secure, where you're not worrying about things, but things got you worried. So how do you balance that out? How do you balance these emotions and these feelings out that you are dealing with without it affecting you health wise? Or some of y'all may just need some more sun. Some of y'all may not get out enough. Some of y'all may not be in nature enough. And if you're always cooped up, if you're always working, if you're always in the dark or hidden, how is your body getting what it needs? How is your brain and your skin? I mean, how are you getting what you need that you get from not being cooped in and bottled up and isolated? Um, that breath of fresh air. But yeah, some of y'all might need just to get outside. Vacation. Some of y'all do need that. Look, see how plane, train, automobile, boat, I don't know, cruise. How you gonna get into that luxury feeling moment? Hmm? Right? So this has been, especially with the medical scares for some of y'all, this has been a very emotional time for you. Okay. And what you're trying to do again is figure out what is gonna restore balance in your life. What is going to possibly reverse with the news that you heard. Some of y'all are definitely going to have to retest. This news is not making y'all feel the greatest, okay? But it just still feels like with these two aces down here, it still feels like you still have the ability to reverse or to change what you've been told. And this also, again, I feel like the mindset and the moods and the emotions. So you may not have been so happy or satisfied or whatever you feel that you failed at. Okay, this all, I feel like this is all tied together. Maybe it's causing some depression. It's affecting you physically. Period. And you know that. And the only way to try to start reversing any of what you've been told is to try to figure out what is going to be best for you, what will work out best for you, what approaches is best for you. You just have to look into the what is best for you. Let's see what other messages we have here. And you gotta really, yeah, you walking away from some stuff. It's some you really unfulfilled and really dissatisfied about some things, and really got to get the focus back on what what you really want out of life and what really makes you happy or what would make you happy, and then trying to figure out, okay, how do I move forward to attempt to reverse what I feel like is going on or the current state that I'm in. Uh, get myself up out of here, slowly but progressively, and see some slow changes, but better changes, different changes. I don't know if it's going to be a change of environment. Like, what's really making you unhappy? Is it the economy? Is it the state of the world? Or are you just not happy where you at? Your job, your environment, relationships. Like, really be true to yourself. Really dig deep into these things, and like I said, you do have to be truthful to yourself, or you're not going to be able to get yourself out of this. And then once you decide, what you feel is best for you, your truth, and how do you get to living in your truth, it's going to put you in the right direction. You're going to be going in the right direction. Things are going to look up. Things are going to change, but right now everything looks so bleak, or you feel so down or so low, and so you've got to figure out a way to get up out of there first, and then you're going to be on the right path to get to this softer era. Okay, you're gonna have to let go of some old ways, some old thinking, it's something that you hold on to that you definitely need to let go of. Okay, um because it's keeping you down. It's weighing you down. Let's see who this emperor is. It may be somebody that can definitely help you. That can be a catalyst to turning some stuff around. Okay. But one thing is, you can no longer turn a blind eye to what's really going on with you. You're really gonna have to be honest with yourself. I don't know why that's sticking with me. You really have to be honest about your emotions and your feelings and what it is that you really want, and quit putting yourself on the back burner. Quit putting yourself off. You can't do it no more. It's not good for you at all. It's not doing you any good. What are you waiting on? I believe that when you get to the bottom of, some of the things that you can do to turn how you feel around, um, I don't, it's no more putting you off, okay? I don't know if you're waiting for resources or I don't know what things to look up, but it's not going to change if you're thinking the same, if you're doing the same. So, how do you get out of that? How do you get out the same cycle and get out of isolation? Okay? Did you find what you were looking for? Have you found what you were looking for? Have you even started? Right? Right? Um, the isolation part, okay, you done that. Now, what are you going to do to get moving in another direction? Okay. And maybe the news that you've heard isn't so great, or maybe you've heard the best news of your life, or the news that's coming is gonna put a better outlook on life for you, right? I still feel like there's some second chances at, right? At this, to begin anew, to start afresh, to do it differently. I really feel like there is an opportunity. It's your outlook to restore the balance, to be patient with yourself and give yourself grace, but ultimately pouring into the things that is going to best serve you, to balance things back out in your life, to get yourself back up where you need to be mentally, physically, spiritually, all of the leads, right? Because it's taking a hit. And I really feel like it's taking a hit after getting this news, right? But don't worry, because remember, some more news is coming. It look like some bigger, better, brighter news is ahead and in store for you. But you got to be in a more positive mindset. You got to be hopeful. You can't want to give up just because it's gotten a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? Um, I can't tell you how to feel emotionally because you deserve to feel however it is you need to feel, okay? I understand that. But what the message is saying is you can't stay low, you can't stay down, and you can't walk away from everything. Some things you're going to have to face, but once you do, right? Because you're going to be truthful with yourself, you're going to be honest with yourself, okay? And you're doing what's best for you now, right? Once you start those changes and you let go of these old concepts and these old ways of thinking and whatever it is that you're holding on to, when you let it go and you live and you start living, it's all going to change for the better, and whatever that may look like and whatever that may be. One more. I feel like that there's also a strong male or masculine, I'm sorry, figure who is very supportive of you as well. So you got the strong mother, like the strong feminine who's trying to guide you, okay? But you may be a little bit defensive right now, okay? You know, so, and it may feel like I said, that person is preaching to you or nagging to you more than they're just, they truly care. But hear them out, okay? They only want the best for you, okay? And with in hey, them bigger, them brighter days that are ahead, they really are. And it looks like the news that's coming is better than the news that you had before, huh? Cause to celebrate, a cause to feel like celebrating, that eye opener, that you're not going to take life for granted anymore. Come on now. That's the message. We've been taking life for granted. We waiting to hear back on a possible maybe, but it may not be what it is, what you think it's going to be. But whatever, this situation has definitely transformed you in some type of way, right? Um, I feel like there's going to be a sense of, or there has been a sense of feeling like you lost everything, to that was a close one. Now, let me start living my life. Just because of how in these moments you thought it was over. Come on now. You due for a transformation. But it starts with you. Reach out to those who support you, who wanna be there for you, who truly have your back. It's time to come out of isolation. You've been there long enough. People really want to love on you. We got clarity of belief. The clarity of belief, I feel like, has something to do with when you adjust your thinking and when you let go of whatever this is you've been holding on to, it's all gonna come together. At the end of the day, you got some more news coming, some better news coming, and it's all gonna come together. And you're gonna start living right. Here's your victory and your success when you start living again. Close call, but it wasn't the last call, right? So I need for whoever this is resonating with in my collective for this to sink in, for you to go ahead and rewire whatever it is you've been thinking, because you got more coming. You got some good news coming. You got new opportunities, a new lease on life, new change, new chances if you take advantage of these opportunities. But you know what? I know y'all got this, and I'm not gonna worry about y'all. Until the next time, I love you, I love you, love you.